Hey guys, it's Bonnie. First of all, I hope the lighting is okay right now because for once I'm actually filming in the daytime, but it's like almost 4 o'clock, so that daylight is almost gone. Second, I hope the traffic isn't too loud because it is prime traffic time right now and I have my window open to kind of air out my room a little on this one nice day we're having in Wisconsin. I believe it's, I don't know, 40s, maybe 50s, I don't know. It's pretty nice for me. Today, because we are nearing the end of the year, I am bringing you my top 5 albums of 2014. Before I get into the top 5, however, I want to mention an honorable mention to this list, and that is Banks' album Goddess, I believe it's called. The reason I didn't put this in my top 5 is because I really only just started listening to this album like a couple weeks ago or so. Banks had a free show in my area recently, and I had heard a couple of her songs before, so I thought, you know, why not listen to her album and go to the show, and I did, and it's freaking phenomenal. Such a good album. It would probably have made it into my top 5 of 2014 had I listened to it slightly earlier because it is just so good. And Banks, let me tell you, she is beautiful and she's a goddess. Like, she's literally a goddess. She's so good live, her vocals are incredible, so if you ever get the chance to see her, I highly recommend it. But now getting into my actual list, and starting at the bottom at number 5 is Coldplay's Ghost Stories. Coldplay is one of those artists for me that no matter what they come out with, I'll always listen to it. It's always gonna be something that's on my albums. No. Always gonna be something in my iTunes, something I listen to, because Coldplay is just such a solid band. They've been around for a while, I'm sure you know who they are. And yeah, if you haven't given Ghost Stories a listen, I highly recommend that you do, because it's a great album. Coming in at number 4 is Alt J's new album, This Is All Yours. I actually even haven't listened to this album that much, if I'm being honest, but it is still so good. My friend especially really loves Alt J, so that's how I kind of listen to their music a lot, and they're just such a unique band. Like, I don't think there's anyone out there doing the same kind of stuff that Alt J is doing. They're just so different, so unique. They don't even sound like they're speaking a language most of the time. The lyrics, they're nearly impossible to learn, but I've learned some of them and it's great. So if you haven't listened to them at all, definitely check out their previous album and this one that came out in September, I believe. Now, the third spot here on my list is one I would never have thought would have made a top albums list by me because I did not like her music until this year, and that is Taylor Swift's 1989. I did not like Taylor Swift up until this year. I wasn't really a fan of her country pop, I don't really know, like a few songs here and there, yeah, but normally, no. But then she came out with 1989, specifically Out of the Woods. That was the first, not the first song released from it, but the first song that kind of showed her new side that was released from the album. And it was incredible. I listened to it non-stop. So I was like, guess I gotta check out the album now that I like this song. And I liked nearly every single song on the album. Never would have thought I would be saying this. But yeah, number 3, Taylor Swift. Coming in at number 2 is one of my all-time favorite artists, so she would have made this list even if her album had sucked. Let's be honest. And it's Ultraviolence by Lana Del Rey. Lana came out with this album during the summer, and what can I say? It was great. It was a very much different from her previous album, Born to Die. It was way more rock and kind of slowed down and just classic, whereas her other album was more, I don't know, modern. It had those like R&B tracks in it, but yes, I love Lana Del Rey. She's one of my favorite artists. I'm not going to get too much into this album because I actually did a full review of the album on this channel. I believe it was my first video that I made like this, so that's very interesting. If you want to check that out, I'm sure I was just great. But yeah, Ultraviolence, Lana Del Rey, number 2. If you watch my channel, and if you've been watching the videos for a little while now, you should probably know what my number 1 choice is because I talk about this band and this album any chance I get. And that, coming in at number 1, is Evergreen by Broods. It also happens to be the only album I have a physical copy for because Look at that. Look how cool that is. They're just, yes, that's Broods, that's Georgia, and that's Caleb. Because if you don't know them, you might not. They're a smaller band, but they are from New Zealand. They're a brother and sister duo, and their music is kind of alternative pop, I would say. I actually discovered this band this year, and they have quickly become one of my all-time favorites. I love their music so much. Every single song on this album I love. Honestly, since it came out it came out in the US in October, but Australia and New Zealand in August. And ever since August, because internet exists, I have been listening to this album non-stop. It is just, I can't, whenever I want to put on an album, like I just want to put on something that I'll like all of it, it's Broods. It's so good. I never get tired of it. They're so good. I've also seen Broods twice in concert this year, so that has definitely helped my love for them grow. If you have not seen them in concert, or if you've never even listened to them for one, go listen to them. And then you can see them when they come back to the USA in March. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. I might go to 2 of their shows if I can, because I love them so much, and I think you would too. And I think this year is going to be the year of the Broods. So you're gonna wanna hop on this train now while it's early, get in the know, listen to these cute little Kiwis because they are great. Can you hear those birds? Like, can you hear them? They're so loud. Stop. Just stop. Okay, that was my top 5 albums of 2014. Let me know what your favorite albums of this year were down below. Let me know if we share any. Let me know of some I didn't mention, because maybe I didn't listen. Maybe I'm unaware of this great music that is out there. Stay tuned for more top whatever 2014 videos, because I'm gonna do some more, probably for movies and also books of the year, because that's what I talk about on this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, let me know your favorite music of the year down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!